I remember thinking, you know, everybody's lives have just been changed, and not really knowing how they would be changed. I also remember thinking, and a couple of us were talking along the way, that we knew immediately that that was Osama bin Laden that did that. You know, I mean, you knew he was a bad guy. You just didn't really know how bad. You know, Bryant Jack had sent an email out, like all the SESs did, that he was going to be gone and that kind of thing. And the word started trickling around that Brian had been killed, and it was quite a shock. But he was on the airplane that hit the building. If he had been at work, he would have been fine, because he was only one corridor over from the office I was in. But I always thought that was really cruelly ironic that, you know, here this guy who worked in the Pentagon, the subject of the attack, was actually on the plane. And he was a nice man. There was no arrogance to him. He's a mathematician. And, so I always think about him, you know, over all this terrorism and stuff, because there wasn't a malicious bone in his body, and he certainly, there was no way a good man like that, not that anyone would deserve that, but certainly not him. And, so it's one of those things I always think about with when 9/11 rolls around. I guess the thing that I would ask people to do is to you know, think of some of the best people that you know, and realize that a lot of the people that were killed on that day are just like them. They were good people. They were dedicated to what they were doing, and their lives were wrongly taken from them. It really, I think, focused me more. At that time, I was probably looking at just retiring at 20 years of service and moving on. But you know, at that point, I knew we were at war. I didn't realize it would, you know, how long it would be, but I knew that I wasn't going to retire until the Marine Corps no longer needed me, or we weren't at war anymore.